Hi, this is Angela McFarlane and you're stamping with aMac. This is another one of the beautiful make and takes that you will have in your goodie bags to make. So this one was actually made and prepared by Sophia, who is also attending our retreat, and she cased it from Tammy White. Now this one is quite involved, but I'll take you through in stages, and some bits will be done for you as well. So all of these pieces have been cut out for you. Sophia used the beautiful quatrefoil textured embossing folder, and as you can see, there was be a window sheet in here. So this is what the inside of the card looks like, and on the back we'll attach another piece that you can write on, and we can also decorate our cute little envelope. So to get started, I will attach these two layers together. Whenever I use an embossing folder, a textured embossing folder, I always use tear and tape to attach that layer on top, and that's to prevent flattening out any of the embossed parts. So you can use take your pick tool, or I just have a habit of using my nails to peel that off, and you can attach that to your base layer. Now these will come in different colors because the designer series paper that Sophia used is one of the Celebration packs. So as you can see, this one is in Calypso Coral, and this one here is Fresh Freesia. So everyone's going to have a different color. So now that that's done, I can set that aside. Now Sophia may have done this step for you already. She's done all of the scoring along here, and possibly even glued the designer series paper on for you to cut the window out. So I'll just show you this step in case you're wondering how it was done. So this goes onto our center panel like so, and then we use the stitched framelits to cut a window out of that after the designer series paper is already stuck on. So just to save a little bit of time, I will pause this for a second and run it through the die cutting machine. Okay, so once that has been cut out, that's just a spare little piece, then we can attach this pretty little frame over the top of the front of this as well. So you can just add a little bit of glue around the edges. I will use my silicone sheet to make sure I don't get glue anywhere I don't want to get glue. Then we'll be attaching that. It will line up perfectly, and that just gives a nice little frame to our card as well. So you can see we have a hole through the center here now, and then we also have an acetate sheet, which is a clear sheet, which we will attach to the back. So you can see we have enough room to attach that nicely, so I won't go too close to my hole because I don't want the glue oozing through. I know I have a little bit more to play with along the side, so I'll just add a tiny bit more glue to the side. And then I will attach my window sheet to the back and just let that do its thing. And I have managed to incorporate a Keith hair because they just appear from nowhere. So whoever gets this card will have a little piece of Keith with them as a little bonus for them. Okay, once we've got that done, I would probably attach all of my little flowers onto the front of that because it'll be easier possibly to do than attaching it after it's all been put together. It's up to you where you want to put these, but you can see that it's going to be hanging over the bottom a little bit, so I won't be adding glue to the bottom there. I'll probably go, you could even go up there, it's entirely up to you, but just keep in mind that we'll be adding some flowers to there, so possibly might want to pop it there. Okie doke. So then again, once again, less is more when it comes to this glue, so I will be putting just a few tiny dots of glue on the back of these leaves because you don't want a lot of glue coming out in places where you shouldn't see it. I can attach that one. You can tuck this one behind, so I'm just going to sit my little flowers so I can position the other bits and pieces. Okay, okay there. Okay, so once again I'll add a tiny bit of glue to stem of this one, and that will go about there. Just hold that down for a sec because we are sticking it onto a slippery little bit of acetate. Just pop that over the top and pop a little bit of glue behind this leaf. Once I'm happy with where everything is, then I can turn it upside down to see the underneath side, and I can trim off my excess pieces like so. Okay, and then I think the easiest way to add these little bits onto your green stem, if you struggle a little bit with glue control, I would definitely use my silicone mat. I'd pop a bit of glue on there. I would cut these off one by one and take your pick tool. What I will do is put a tiny bit of glue onto each one of these little flower heads here, because that will give me the most control. And pop that back on, and then I had my lid taken off, then I can pop these onto there. Sorry if my hands are in the road, it's just very delicate operation, this one. So once again, I'll make sure it's the right way up. and hopefully line them up. I might just snip all of these off and flip them over, but keep them in the right order so I don't mix them up. Flip them upside down. Okay, I need to trim a little bit more off that one. No, I didn't need them upside down. I needed them the right way up because I've already got my glue in position, so I don't need to put glue on the bottoms of them. So this is a little bit fiddly, but it's a beautiful card and well worth the little bit of fiddling around that we have. So that is in place, and I have lost one of my flowers. Okay, so with this one I'm going to put the glue on the back of this flower, and I'm just going to position it where I want it to go, and the same with my other ones. And you can see that I'm not putting a lot of glue on, I'm just putting it on the thicker part of it. If you have tweezers, you can also use your tweezers to pick these up if you want to. Okay, and then I'll pop a little bit of glue there, put my little dome part in position, and the same, I'll just pop a little bit of glue on the center of my flower and pop that where it needs to go. So when we've got all of that in place, I just use a wet wipe to clean the end of my take your pick tool. And then we have the greeting to attach as well. So the greeting has been stamped and I have started fussy cutting this. So you'll just cut around the outline. And it's up to you how much you want to trim of this. And my trick is to always move the paper in the scissors for the best result. You have much more control than you would otherwise. So bear with me, and you have to hold your mouth right when you're doing this. That goes without saying, everybody knows that. So I'm nearly there. You may want your super duper good glasses on when you're doing this as well, which I didn't put on, which I possibly should have done. But never mind, I think I did all right. I'm pretty happy with that. So I have my greeting there, which I will pop up on dimensionals. So I've just got my mini dimensionals that I'll add a few. Actually, I might leave this till the very end. I'll just pop that to the side for the minute. So then what we also need to do, all this scoring that's been done, we need to burnish all of these down, because this is going to form our pop-up mechanism for the card. This card is designed to be folded flat, so you can see it can go flat and go into an envelope, and it can fold either way. Okay, so this is how we do this part. If it's easier for you, we can see that as we roll this in, it's this surface that will be stuck to the card. So it's actually the outside surface that will be stuck to the inside of the card. So I would get my tape. I'd definitely use tape for this as it's stronger. And I would put a couple of layers as well. Now this is my first go of making this card, so I hope I am doing it right. Okay, so we want a square shape for this. So you don't want it to go all the way over there. We want this to sort of be a square, but it needs to be attached straight as well. So I would sit it on the bench or on your table and sort of just look at it, and I think I would attach it kind of like that. So then when you fold it over, you can see that it folds flat, which works really well. I will ask Sophia if there's any tips for this, and you can come and see me at retreat to see if there's any specific way, because I haven't even watched any other videos or anything of the making of this card. So I really hope I'm doing it justice. Okay. So I know there's got to be an easy way of doing this. I'm just going to line it up, make sure my top and bottom are lined up. I'm not pushing down on my tape until I'm happy where it is, and I think I need to go in a little bit further, judging by that. So that looks a bit better. Okay, so that will go like that. I'm happy with that, or that way, and it works both ways. Okay, so you can see these little square pop-up bits that we've got. Now that will then get attached to the front of this layer, like so. Now once again, I would probably use possibly double-sided tape, because this is raised. So I probably should have marked that out and attached the tape while it was still flat. So that's also going to be the front side of the card. So it's the second rib and the last piece that we will be attaching the tape to. I'll definitely go the double layers, or if you've got a wide tape, use that. Okay. And then I'll peel that off. And line it up. Now this might be a little bit tricky. Maybe you should do one at a time and not peel the whole tape off at the same time. So I'll just check if this goes the full length. It does go the full length of the card, so it might even be easier to attach it from here. I've just sat it on there. I haven't attached it fully. I want to make sure that that's going to fold over. So, okay, I'm happy with that. So, don't stick it down completely. Just sit it on there and make sure that it does fold flat before you squish it down. So that is that layer. Then we can attach the greeting, and quite possibly I could have attached the back of the card that we'll be writing on before I stuck this on, but never mind. Sort of figure it out as we go along. So you can attach your greeting wherever you would like to attach that to. And then for the back of the card we have this panel, and that's going to be easy enough to pop on the back of the card. I'll just line that up. You can just press down from the other side. And then Sophie has also added a little flower to the back of that. I just added my center earlier on. Just add a tiny bit in the middle. And you can attach it top or bottom or wherever you would like to go. I'll attach mine to the top. And you can also decorate your little envelope with another little daisy type flower. So there you have it. We have our pop-up card. It's called a center column pop-up fun fold card. And the original designer was Tammy White, and the instructions will be available for you as well, so you can download them and print them if you'd like to. So I really hope you've enjoyed this card. If you have any questions, please come and ask me. Happy stamping and have a great day. Thanks for watching.